Hello, my loves. You ever have one of those days? Well, of course you had one of those days. Just like I've had one of those days. Everyone has one of those days. Let's be real. Disregard the or please forgive the noise in the background. If you hear any feedback, the wind, sirens, whatever you hear going on. I'm at a park, and yes, park, out in nature. Those are one of my, as some people that, well, watch my stuff will know, if you do, that I love going to parks, being out in nature. And this is one of my ways that I like to decompress, okay? Make me feel better. That's what's going on. Whether it be real, not real, whatever, makes me feel better, like I said. So I highly recommend it. And so besides that, well, I have stuff packed here too because I like to feed the animals while I'm here. Therapeutic. It's very very much therapeutic for me. And so anyway, I wanted to talk about, like I said, please forgive the noise. I don't know how, it is windy, so I don't know how it's gonna sound to you. But anyway, so something I wanted to talk about, something I've been guided and held to talk about and have been. But anyway, so some experiences I've had. Now look at this. Look how beautiful. I say, I'm up on a hill. I'm at this park, one of the parks I go to. It's pretty big. But anyway, so when I was younger, probably about kindergarten or so, it's been a while. I remember standing there in the middle of the road one time. I was out, playing and, with my friends or whatever. And then at one point, I was by myself at this point after I left my friends and planned for the day. Stopped in the middle of the road, and all of a sudden, I remember, and I don't know if you can see, okay, so I end up kind of like going like this, like pinching my arm, pinching the top of my hand, and just staring at it. Just watching me do this. And just like I said, I'm by myself, and I'm really concentrating on it. I'm kind of like meditating on it, I guess, and just watching it, focusing on it. And I'm thinking, like, I see me doing it, I feel it. But if I didn't know that it was me doing it, like if I wasn't watching, I wouldn't know who was doing it. I could just feel that it's being done. And then all these other thoughts was like, why am I here? Why was I born? What am I doing here? Why am I alive? And these things was going in my mind around kindergarten, okay? And this was probably like, I mean, as a taking a guess, I was born in the early 70s. So, like I said, I was probably in kindergarten at this point. So it's been, like I said, it's been a while, okay? So I've always often thought about those things, about why I'm here, my purpose in life. Why was I born? You know, I know that there's got to be some reason, you know, not just, like I said, just to live, to work, to, you know, this, that, and the other, the day-to-day, and all sort of stuff. Then, one of the times when I was contemplating and, you know, in my feelings, this was probably like, I don't even know, like, I'm not sure, as a guess, this time frame could have been roughly, maybe like I say, this is just an estimated, maybe like 2017 or somewhere around there, possibly. Like I said, I had these thoughts a lot, okay? Oftentimes. But this one particular time I'm talking about, I was in my feelings, and I'm by myself again, okay? So I'm visualizing and I'm remembering and I'm reflecting back from that time when I was in kindergarten. So I do the same thing. Touch, you know, like I said, doing that to my hand, pinching the top of my hand, doing my arm, like kind of like just really focusing, meditating, visualizing how it feels. And if I can see me, you know, this and that, just being reflective on it, then I had this whole realization of other things. Because, like, I brushed up against something behind me. Now, had I not known, and this is what I realized at this point in time, okay, later on, 2017, whatever, like that time frame, is, had I not known what was behind me, I would not have known what it was that was touching me, okay? So I realized this, as well as the whole other thing with, you know, pinching my arm and hand and all that. And then I started having all these other revelations, okay? Like, okay, like, it could go on and on and on, right? Like, as in certain smells. If I didn't know what it was, certain things smelled like, or certain things tasted like, or certain things look like. The connection of all those. So all these things come into my mind. And then I started getting kind of freaked out, to be honest. At that point, I started really getting freaked out and scared, in a sense. Because when you're busy, I mean, it's like this all the time, but when you're in the moment, in your day-to-day, and busy stuff, and all these things you're worrying about, all these things you're so busy and caught up with other things, that you don't really have time to think of these things. Those things are always like this, but I didn't realize it until these quiet times. So basically what I'm saying is, I realized that all these things, these actions, all these things that are me, they're doing their own thing. Like they're separate, but they're connected. They're all me doing these different actions. And kind of like, not really like a machine, but in a way, I guess, but in a way not. So there's this higher intelligence that is a part of me, that's a part of you. It's like we're automatically doing certain things. But like I say, I started getting freaked out. And I got scared at that time. And I didn't want to think about it. Like how could this be whatever, okay? Anyway, I just wanted to share this. But like I say, it's all the time, it's a part of us. We're just too busy with what's going on outside of us. All these distractions. So, something to think about. I don't know if anyone's tried it, but I recommend trying those things that I'm saying, if you haven't already, and see if you know, maybe you might, I don't know, maybe you might not have those same kind of experiences, I don't know, or maybe you will, but I say give it a try and see. It's a beautiful thing. But yes, it kind of shook me up, to be honest. Okay? Like I said, it first originally started in kindergarten. When I had the thought, with the pinching myself, touching my skin, my hand, my arm. And my search to finding out the feeling of why I'm here has never left me, to be real. You know, for younger is what I'm saying. But I think that we're all brought here. I think I said in another video, but we're all connected to each other and God. And all that is within us. God is love, and so am I. So you're meant to share your light and share your love. Because God, higher consciousness, divine light and love, higher intelligence, all that, whatever you want to say, creator, works through us. So like I say, we can be angels. It's the better way to go. There's other, of course, but yes, the creator works through us. Messages come through us. Actions come through us. Anyway, my loves, I just want wanted to share some thoughts with you. You're always in my heart. These are things that I knew that I had to share. And it might sound a little whatever. And I hope this made sense. I'm speaking from my heart. I love you. Blessed be my lips. Shine your light like the star that you are.